capability to record and archive audio has been with us for over a century, with the last 50 years spawning numerous recordable media. In 1877, Thomas Edison invented the phonograph, a device able to play back sound made by mechanically etching grooves into a tin-foil cylinder. Originally designed to play back the human voice, music soon became the primary source of a recording. The subsequent development of mass-produced gramophone records in 1910 forever changed the way music was made, listened to and distributed. For the first time, music becomes a commodity. A performance of music that becomes a material object that can be owned. Now musicians are able to hear themselves, having a profound effect on songwriting and performance. Musical styles and cultures become blurred. As music now travels easily, it can be heard outside of its own performance domain. Tom Stockholm was the first to make a commercial digital recording using his own Soundstream recorder in 1976 at the Santa Fe Opera House. The first commercial recording, released for sale, was of conductor Frederick Fennell and the Cleveland Symphony Orchestra in 1978. Analog. This means similar or copy in Greek. An analog signal is a copy of a sound pressure wave found in nature. It's therefore continuous and without any breaks. When Stockholm produced the first digital recording, he was able to capture all of the crucial information stored in a wave through coding with ones and zeros. Digital stores information about a wave as a stream of discrete numbers. Each number is called a sample, and the number of samples taken per second is called the sample rate. With an analog recording, a signal can be affected by the recording medium itself. Distortion or noise can be introduced through the cables, wires, and the recording mechanism. When copying analog material, the effects of distortion are exaggerated, resulting in signal degradation. When making a digital recording, it's easier to eliminate this, as a copy is identical and it can be endlessly reproduced. The first compact disc was released by Jack Reynolds in 1982. In 1985, Dire Straits released the first all-digital rock recording, Brothers in Arms. More tracks and higher fidelity, and sales of CD players doubled overnight. Digital audio tape and the minidisc were two mediums that quickly followed the CD format. Data compression techniques introduced the MP3, which would revolutionise the sharing of audio files. It was digital recordings, processed by the personal computer, that truly revolutionised the way music is made. The development of the MIDI sequencer in the early 80s had a dramatic effect on music production and musical styles.
Joining us in the studio now is David Joyner. David's a programmer with Microillusions and the developer of Music X.
Essentially, set up a multi-track recording studio in my home.
We've heard of the Atari ST a lot from musicians. How does that compare to the music production?
The development of sequencing software for the Atari ST, such as Steinberg's Pro 24, led to an avalanche of production software, such as Cubase, Creator, Notator, Notator Logic. As computers became faster, new software for digital audio processing and digital synthesis became available. Eventually, the MIDI sequencers that had revolutionized music production also offered digital audio recorders and editors to rival dedicated software such as Sound Designer and Pro Tools. It's the development of the software and its integrated audio systems that have revolutionized our recording industry. Many manufacturers are now developing software versions of the early analog instruments in the form of virtual synthesizers, along with audio processing plugins that has helped us to develop our own home studios.